if you are really in need of some strategy which don't involve gym or workouts in belly fat, then what I've shared will work out for you. Gonna work for you because they worked for me, so why not you? Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. Today I'm going to share with you how I managed to lose my belly fat from 30 to 26 in a short duration of time. So please stick until then so that you may know the duration of time which took me to cut this belly fat, and also the amazing strategies which I implemented for the success of this journey. Yes, I'm sure that you are going to love this video and you're going to borrow some of these strategies to use them in your own, and they're gonna work for you because they worked for me, so why not you? So they're gonna work for me. You just need to sit down, take maybe a pen and a paper and jot down some key points which you need to remember. Yes, so in the previous video I shared to you a fat burning drink. If you have not watched it, I'll pin it here so that you may go and watch it, and I'm sure that you'll gain something from it. So please, if you are a new viewer in this channel, please subscribe and let us grow together. Make sure that you subscribe before we end this video, and because you can't forget, can you please subscribe right now? Please subscribe now and let us grow together. A returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. You're really so happy. Continue watching for more content coming. In the first strategy, I worked on my breakfast. As you know, breakfast is a very essential meal in our diet, so a lot will be predicted with what you eat on your breakfast. So breakfast will predict your energy levels throughout the day. It will predict your mood. It has the ability to predict your cravings throughout the day. So in my breakfast, every day I always start with my lemon water. Previously I did a video on lemon water. Please guys, if you have not watched it, go and watch it. I'll pin it here. If you have not watched, please go and watch it, and I'm sure that you'll be convinced on taking this lemon water every morning because it just does wonders. Yes, I always drink my lemon water every morning before I take my main breakfast. Yeah, that is the first thing. Now let us come to our breakfast. In my breakfast, I always ensure that I take a breakfast which consists of dietary fibers. Yes, dietary fiber. You can get dietary fibers from fruits, you can get dietary fibers from smoothies, or you can get it from maybe oat porridge. Yeah, that is it. So you can make your smoothies in the morning. Smoothies are so great in the morning because the fiber in them will make you full throughout the day, and they will reduce your sugar cravings throughout the day. Another thing is oat porridge. Oat porridge is so nice. The first thing, it will boost your protein intake in your body, and the second thing, it will ensure that you get those fibers which will make you remain full for a longer period during the day, and that will reduce your sugar cravings for sugary food throughout the day. Fruits are also good if maybe you are not in a position of blending or making the smoothies, or maybe you want to break the monotony of smoothies. You can just take your fruits. Yeah, fruits are so nice in taking in the morning because they contain the dietary fibers which are so good. They will make our stomach full. Yeah, so that is it. That is all the dietary fibers we need. Just imagine taking an orange fruit. Yeah, that it consists of a lot of fibers. It is so good. It consists of vitamin C. This vitamin C will help your skin. It will boost the glow of your skin. Yeah, so they are so good in the morning. So that is something, a strategy I use. On to the breakfast. By taking breakfast, which consists of dietary fibers, I was able to manage my cravings. So if maybe you want to manage your cravings and you don't know how exactly you should do it, then just get that dietary fiber breakfast and it will work out for you. Because because I don't remember having cravings for sugar foods. I'm not lying, but I don't usually have. Maybe it can come after a long period of time, or maybe if I just remember, let me just take a sweet, for example. Yeah, that is it, guys. It really works. I've told you it works wonders. I also ensure that I take the traditional foods such as the ndumangwash, that is with potatoes, arrowroot, and also pumpkins. Personally, I do love these traditional foods, and come on, who doesn't love these traditional foods? So I always ensure that maybe if I'm not taking these other sorts of breakfast, I include my breakfast with this traditional food. Also, another thing I cut down bread. Yeah, personally, I don't love bread. I prefer the brown bread rather than white bread. And in circumstances when I have to take the bread, I always ensure that I stuff it with maybe avocados, I stuff it with maybe meat if I have it, the chickpeas, such like protein food. Yeah, so I always make sure that whenever I take food, that is the only motivation which I get when I'm consuming this bread is stuffing them with avocados, maybe the chickpeas, and any sort of a protein, or else I can also sandwich it. That is how I love taking bread if I have to take it. But generally, I don't like taking bread. I rarely buy bread. I rarely eat bread. Yes. Another thing onto my breakfast, if I have to take tea, I go sugarless, or else I consume a very small amount of sugar, and I always make sure that I use the brown sugar, not the white sugar if I have to use it. I mostly use brown sugar, and I put a little amount of sugar if I have to take tea. But I also don't take tea a lot. I can take tea like once in a week or twice in a week, and that works well for me. But if you have to take tea, it's okay. Tea is so good. It's a beverage. It is so good in our bodies. Just take tea, but minimize the sugar intake in tea. Also, taking eggs is also another thing which helps me. Personally, I prefer the boiled egg than the fried egg. I find the boiled egg is much more nutritious. You can also put some tomatoes, the kachumbari, that brings out a lot of flavor in it, and it's so good. I can take boiled eggs maybe in the morning, or maybe I can stuff them on my bread if I have to take bread. Yes, so that is it on the breakfast. Now let us go to another meal, a very important meal, it's supper. Or the evening meal or the dinner. So what I've implemented, I always ensure that I take my supper by 8:30 p.m. East African time. Yes, I make sure that I take my evening meal by 8:30. But for example, in circumstances whereby I'm forced to take past 8:30, you find most of the time I tend to consume very little, or else I tend to consume. I don't take at all, because I just feel because I'm already used to taking my supper before 8:30. So I always make sure that I take my evening meal by between 5 and 8:30 latest. Yes, that really helps. First, it will ensure that before you get to sleep, you don't feel a lot of discomfort when during your sleep, and because the food will have already been digested. Yes, and you will have already gained the energy from that food. So it is a very nice healthy way of taking supper. Before, don't take too late, but there are some circumstances I do understand which can force you to take a little bit late. That is okay, but if you really need to lose that the third strategy is meat. This is what I did. I ensure that I get the fatty meat whenever I'm going to buy meat. Yeah, that the fatty meat is more healthier than the red meat. Yeah, fatty meat contains fats which are so good in our bodies, and you'll also note that when preparing this fatty meat, you'll use less of your cooking salad, unlike when you are preparing the red meat. Yeah, so even sometimes you can tend, like me, sometimes I can just make that stew of my fatty meat with the meat itself. I don't include any cooking oil, and it works so well. Yeah, and the food is just sweet. The food is nutritious. Yeah, even you can't not have not added any cooking oil. Yeah, that is it. So that is our third strategy. Our fourth strategy, I worked on portion. That is portion eating. Portion eating, they really work. If you really want, for example, especially when you are taking these carbs, as you know, these carbs, they are mostly the ones which we tend to overeat them, and they also the ones which tend to make our belly fat get that big. Don't eliminate carbohydrates. They are so much important in our body. So just work on the portions of them, and always make sure that you put a lot of greens in your plate. Yes, don't eliminate them. Like for example, in Kenya, ugali is so much consumed in Kenya. There's no way you can. It is almost impossible to get rid of it. It is a carbohydrate. We need those carbs to get our energy to work and to fuel our body in everything that we do. So I don't mean that you eliminate the carbohydrates. Just work with portion, and it will work for you. Also make sure that you include a lot of veggies in your diet. Yes, veggies are so good. That is our fifth strategy. Ensure that you consume vegetables. Vegetables are so good. You can make juices out of them, or else you can steam them. But the most healthy way of taking the vegetables is by juicing them. That will ensure that we get the nutrients direct from them in their natural form when they have not been cooked. Yeah, as we know, cooking will alter some of the nutrients from the vegetables, and so taking juices from vegetables is an healthier way of taking the vegetables. Yes. So instead of taking that soda in the morning, just replace it with juice from the veggies or your fruits. Yeah, that will work. So that is eating raw food. Raw food is so much important. You can make salad, you can make fruit salad, you can make fruit salad, you can make food salad, you can also make juices. That works perfectly well. Even you can replace, instead of taking that, you can take those fruit salad as supper, you can take those fruit salad as lunch. Yeah, that works so much well if you are in the process of losing that belly fat. Yeah. Another thing which I also did is I cut down the junk food. As you know, junk food, they are prepared in an unhealthy way. And please note that I've not said they are unhealthy. There's no unhealthy food. Food only gets unhealthy because of the mode of preparation. So any food, there's no food which is unhealthy. Every food is so much healthy, and it will only be unhealthy because of how we have prepared the food. I always ensure that I don't take a lot of junk food, and I cut down junk food. Too much consuming of this junk food, they will increase your belly fat, and an increase in your belly fat will also lead to an increase in your weight. Yeah, so minimizing the intake of this junk food is also good. Or else you can, if it is that chips you can't go without, you can just minimize it. You just take it once in a while when you really want to take it. Those chickenings, the pizzas, they are not bad, but you just minimize the intake of those food. So I was able to control the intake of junk food, and most of the times when I feel like I really need this junk food, I just just a little of them, because the body just wants to be contented that it has taken that, and then it is okay. So you just consume kidogo tu. You just consume it, a little of it, just not that too much, but just enough, just a little of it. Yes. So it requires a lot of discipline. It may not be easy, but with the discipline and with focus and determination, then you are good to go. Another strategy is minimizing eating out. Yes, I know that most people are into eating out, maybe because of time, maybe because of jobs. Yes, so I always make sure that I make my own food. If maybe you go to job, you can carry your food. Yeah, that is another way. I sometimes carry my lunch. Yeah, if I'm very sure that I would be around during my lunch. Yeah, so I always make sure that I minimize eating outside. As you know, most of the joints, they are into money making businesses. They don't care what they feed on people. They are just after making money. Those mandazis, I ensure that I cook my own. As you know, sometimes you may not know how these people prepare these foods, but if you are the one who is preparing them, you really know the ingredients, which works best for you. You know the ones which don't work best for you. And so by cooking my own food, I ensure that I really know what I am preparing and what works for me. Yeah, so that is another strategy which really works out. Another strategy is taking enough water. Water is so much important in our bodies. I always ensure that I take just enough water, not too much. As you know, when you take too much water, you always keep on movements. You always be moving to the toilet, and that can be it can eat up your time. So I just ensure that I take enough water, which is just enough for digestion of my food, and it is also enough to boost other functions of my body. Yeah. Another thing which I also ensure that is I eat when I'm hungry. Yeah, eating when you're hungry is so much important, and this strategy is majorly based with discipline. If you are not disciplined enough, then you can't eat when you are hungry. When you just want food, you just eat. I always ensure that I eat only when I am hungry, and this helps me so much because it also controls the portions which I eat. I don't overeat. I just eat the right amount of food which my body really needs. Yes, that is a very nice strategy which works out for me. Yes. Someone can ask, what about the wheat products? Okay, yes, I do consume the wheat. I never cut down the wheat, but I minimized their intake. That means I ensure that I don't take them regularly in my meals. I just take them like twice in a month, or else just when my body really wants them. It's not a must I take them twice, but when I really feel I need them and maybe I've not overconsumed them. In short, I reduced their consumption. I always make sure that I don't overconsume them. I just take minimal, and per sitting I also make sure that I take like at most like one chapati. Yeah, but if I'm hungry, I can take more, like 2 at most, but or else I can, yeah, like that. And I also ensure that whenever I'm taking my chapatis, I also have greens. Maybe I am taking them with dengu on my side. I also do have greens, and a lot of greens. Another strategy which I put in place is I cut down taking pasta. That I mean, I really take this indomie, I really take noodles. The only thing I sometimes take, but I'm not fond of it, it's spaghetti. So guys, that is the end of this video. It took me less than 2 months, or else let me say 2 months in this journey to my belly fat loss. I was not intentional of losing weight, nor was I intentional of losing my belly fat. I just came up with these strategies because I found they are much more healthier than what I used to do before. before, and in doing them, in adhering to them, it's when I managed to lose my waistline from 30 to 26 up to today. But during the December holiday, my waistline got to 27, and I think it's because of the festivities. As you know, December holiday is all about eating a lot of food, eating a lot of junk food. Yeah, so that is it, guys. And sometimes it is uncontrollable, because if you make those visits, people will expect you to eat their food. So sometimes it is a bit difficult, but that is it. Right now it is already back to 26. I hope that you have learned something, and everything that I've shared here, I'm very sure that if I managed to work on my belly fat, so why not you? So don't think that you are the exception. If you are really in need of some strategy which don't involve gym or workouts in belly fat, then what I've shared will work out for you. So I wish you well in your weight loss journey, or else in your belly fat loss journey. Everything is possible. Just stick your mind on the goal which you intend to achieve, and you're surely gonna achieve it. In case you apply these strategies and they work out for you, or else if you intend to apply these strategies, please comment down in the section comments, give me a feedback about them, and always keep me updated in your progress. I know that it will work out for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. Can we please meet each other in the next video? I love you so much, the moon and back. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Bye bye.